Hi, I'm Daniel Singer, Assistant Director of Choruses for the Cleveland Orchestra and Director of the Cleveland Orchestra Youth Chorus. We've assembled a number of songs that you can use to audition for the youth chorus or for any group. It helps when selecting a song to know what voice part you are. Typically in chorus, we divide the group into 4 major voice types. From highest to lowest, they are soprano, alto, tenor, and bass. Occasionally, we refer to some of the in-between parts as well. The part between soprano and alto is mezzo-soprano, sometimes just called mezzo. And the part between tenor and bass is baritone. Personally, I sing baritone. Everyone's voice has different strengths and weaknesses, and everyone's voice is changing in some way depending on your age and how much vocal training you are doing. Just because we suggest in this session that you might be a soprano doesn't mean that every song written for soprano is immediately accessible to you, nor does it mean that you will be a soprano for the rest of your life. Trust your voice and be honest with yourself. If something feels out of your reach at this time, you may want to try a different piece for now. You can always come back to that more difficult piece later. Let's start out by checking the low range. We're going to start in D major. And we're going to sing 5 descending pitches on Ah. The lowest pitch here, if you're singing in the same range as I am, which will be tenors and basses, we call this pitch D3. Sopranos and altos, you'll sing an octave above me. Your lowest pitch will be D4. Okay? Sing with me and just be aware of how comfortable this feels in your voice. On Ah. We've sung down to B2 in the low octave or B3 in the upper octave. If this feels low for you, you may want to look at songs geared towards sopranos in the upper octave or tenors in the lower octave. Or it might mean that your voice is changing and you haven't quite expanded your range to this point yet. But let's sing down a little bit further, starting here in B flat. So we just sang down to A flat 2 or A flat 3. If this still feels comfortable, if you don't feel like you're straining or your voice is at all scratchy, you should look at songs for alto or for bass, depending on what octave you sing in. Though there are many sopranos and tenors that can sing comfortably down into this range. Now let's look at the upper range. We'll start in E major and sing a major triad up and down. The top note in the lower range is B3, and the top note in the upper range is B4. So again, sing along and be aware of how your voice feels as we go through these exercises. 2, 3. The high note in that exercise was D4 in the lower octave, D5 in the upper octave. If you already feel like you're straining at the top, that's okay. You should look at songs geared towards altos and basses. Especially if your voice is changing, those upper notes might feel a little bit unstable. But they'll probably come in as you grow as a singer. Let's do a few more exercises. Starting here in A flat major. Ready? And sing. So we just sang up to F sharp 4 or F sharp 5, depending on the octave. If you feel like that was pretty easy, definitely look at the songs for sopranos or tenors. As I said, everybody's voice is different, but we hope this gives you a place to start as you select an audition song. Please let us know if you have any questions. We look forward to hearing your audition.